Welcome back from the bench, everybody. As always, Eric, and today we're doing a little bit of a throwback. Went into one of my local card shops and picked up this 2017-2018 Upper Deck Series 1. This used to be a much cheaper box, and then Tage Thompson decided to pop off in the last year. So this is a little bit more expensive box, but I said, you know what, we'll get something a little different on the channel. This cost me $125 Canadian with tax included. It was like $110 plus tax. So not a terrible price. I was looking online; they were going for quite a bit more than that. So decided to grab it. Let's get right into it. It's opened. There's no more seal on this, but it's actually a pretty good young gun crop. Obviously, you have Thompson, but you also have Nico, Hischier, Charlie McAvoy, Boeser, Ivan Barbashev, former Moncton Wildcat. The list goes on, but it's actually a pretty good young gun crop. I think the big thing forever, though, was it just didn't have that like big guy, right? That guy you were, that could kind of justify it being more expensive. Once again, here we go. We have 24 packs to open up, and we're hunting for the Buffalo Sabres legend, Tage Thompson. So here we go. Should be getting 6 young guns in this. Like I said, it's typically just like your hobby box, but no exclusives, clear cuts, stuff like that. But you can also get young guns canvases. Move the mic a little bit. Boom, there we go. And away we go. So we're starting off with Kopitar, Travis Konechny, Marc-Andre Fleury. We got the old school program of excellence. Flower back there too. Used to love Flower back when he had those yellow pads. Nick Dowd, Bodker, Patrick Laine, Scott Wilson, and Kuhlman. So first one's a base pack, apparently. But like I said, nice little retail box break. It's actually any of you guys have been long-time followers of the channel. Same place where I got my 2018-2019 SP Authentic box from for a really good price. Same thing. So sometimes they just don't like check the prices. I think it's a box. I think they've had this box for quite a while. But we got a canvas card. Yeah, canvas. Troy Stretcher. So nothing crazy there. Starting a little slow. That's fine. Ekholm, Nylander, Brady Shea, and Carolyn. And they mainly do like Pokemon. They do a lot of like Warhammer, sorry. They do a bunch of like that stuff at it. They do Magic and everything else, but they do have a little bit of sports stuff. So I usually stop in there to see if there's any good deals. Tyson Berry. And our first young gun. How did the young guns go on this again? The left winger. Not a bad one. Jake DeBrusk. There we go. Jake DeBrusk starting us off. Not a bad one at all. It's kind of funny. The kid went from, wanting out of Boston so bad to, I feel like every time there's a big game in the last few years, he's been like, popping off a little bit. So put him in a top loader. We'll put him up. Backdrop of the day. Obviously, you can see it there. Decided to go with a bunch of Team Canada things, as well as the Team Canada jersey I'm rocking right now, because Team Canada obviously won the World Juniors. Stressful game, very stressful game. But I even kind of thought in the third, I was like, oh man, they got to keep on like pushing. You got to keep on pushing, and they just let him back into it overtime. And then Coyotes prospect, I guess not really prospect, he's played in the NHL now. Dylan Guenther scores the OT winner. So we got Pickles here, Mark-Edward Vlasic, Matthew Perreault, Phil the Thrill, Josh Bailey, and next young gun, we're going to go, it's a D-man for the Canucks, the Canadians, Victor Mete. Never really turned out to what he probably should have been, but we got Victor Mete as our next one. I can't remember where Victor Mete is now, but we'll put him over to the side. Martinez, Zaka, and Werenski. So, yeah, it's a stressful game, but like I said, you gotta have a little bit of that. just would have been really unfortunate if they lost, because it's in Canada. Everything else is going the way. Then that arena got quiet real quick. JT Miller, Jaden Schwartz, Rasmus Ristolainen, and portraits. This is going to be Tyson Yost. So he now with Buffalo, actually, along with that guy that we're chasing. So I think Tyson Yost, I think he came into the league very young. Obviously, I don't think he ever really had like crazy upside in offense, but people just expect, 10th overall pick. He's going to get that offensive upside. I just don't think he ever really had it. He plays more like a two-way game, but we got Tuch Rask, Matt Martin, Braden McNabb, and then we got Dougie Hamilton here with the next portraits. So, but yeah, it was a lot for him, I think, and that's why he's no longer with Colorado. It's not like we traded for Nico Sturm, who didn't score for the entire rest of the regular season. I don't think he scored any in the playoffs either. So it's one of those things. We traded a guy just to switch it up a little bit. We got Richard Panik, Calvin DeHaan. There you go. UD game jersey. That's a nice little triple color. You rarely see that. The nice triple color. John Gibson. It's a nice little one. My buddy and former co-host of From the Bench podcast, Trevor. He's a big John Gibson fan, so I think that's going to end up with Trevor right there. So the backdrop, like I said before, we got Flower. We got Alex Newhook, who he's had a rough go to the start of the season. Avalanche essentially gave him every chance to be the second line center, and just hasn't worked out. And then we get my boy Matt Duchene. So a couple Team Canada jersey, Kyle Brodziak, Grabner, Dubinsky, Gensel, and then was it Shining Stars, sorry. Austin Matthews. So that's second year Austin Matthews, Shining Stars. Right? Second year Austin Matthews must be worth a couple bucks. It's Austin Matthews. Come on now. So, yeah, the jersey I'm rocking, if you're trying to figure out what numbers and everything else, it's number 61. That's right. Mr. Rick Nash. I got his Team Canada jersey from, I think, probably the best jersey Team Canada ever had. Kind of has the Aboriginal stuff going on inside the maple leaf and stuff. Anyways, just a classic jersey. This one's from the Vancouver Olympics. So the golden goal for Sidney Crosby, everything else. I'm sure there's some U.S. hockey fans right now punching their screen with me bringing up that those Olympics. So Matt Niskanen next canvas. Got Jimmy Vesey, guy that never didn't ever amount to what he was supposed to be. I think he thought he was going to be amazing coming out of college. And he just never, demanding on where he wants to go, which a lot of those college guys do. But just never ended up being what he wanted to be. So we got Brad, Checklist, Sedin, Dustin Brown, Nyquist, Granlund, so just big Corey Crawford, former Moncton Wildcat Corey Crawford, and Sebastian Aho. I think that's the first time I might have ever said that, former Moncton Wildcat Corey Crawford on the channel. I haven't really opened a whole lot of older product that would have had Corey Crawford in it. We got Ivan Provorov, TJ Brody, Lucas Sedlak, and the next one is going to be a center for Jacob Forsbacka Carlson. That's how we go. We double Bruins here. I don't think I've ever heard of him, so don't think he's had a long career in the NHL. Kessler with the hat trick. Carey Price, Derek McKenzie. But let's see what else we can get. Like I said, we're still hunting for Mr. Thompson. That is really what makes this box worth it. Like I said, there's a couple other guys. McAvoy, maybe it's a full Boston box, right? Maybe we get the McAvoy too. We got Nazem Kadri, Thomas Greiss, And next young gun, it's a D-man for the Blues, Vince Dunn. So Seattle Kraken, Vince Dunn. So getting some NHLers, right? Victor Mete, maybe not the craziest NHLer, but he played in the NHL. Obviously Jake DeBrusk, and then Vince Dunn. So I'm really trying to remember where Victor Mete is playing right now, but I'll have to look it up after the video. But here we go, Vince Dunn. Nothing too crazy, but deserves a sleeve. When you play that many games in the NHL, you deserve a sleeve. Bobrovsky, Eric Stahl, Torrey Krug, and Nick Schmaltz. So, I said, might have the chance at a Young Guns canvas in here also. You're running that possibility with Charlie Coyle, David Backes, Jonathan Toews, Zach Parise, Varley, OEL, Matt Murray, and Paul Byron. So a lot more base packs than I think the retail boxes now, right? I think we have a bunch of inserts now instead of base packs. So I think it's kind of the better way to do it. It's hard to open a box and get just base packs, right? Seth Jones, and another Shining Stars. This one's gonna be Nicholas Backstrom. So Dylan Strome's kind of seems to be filling in for him, just lighting it up with. Trying to look, I feel like he's getting more and more points, just like setting up Ovi and playing with all those guys. So good for Dylan Strome. Obviously hasn't had the career that anybody expected, himself included, I'm sure. So Cam Fowler, Kyle Poso, Patty Maroon, Kyle Turris, Drake Gula, and Jason Zucker. So trying to go decently quick through these, but it's weird to see all these guys in different uniforms. It's not that long ago. I say it every time I open up, like even like a 2019 or 2020 product, like the amount of teams a lot of these guys have all switched to is pretty crazy. JG Peugeot, different team. Matt Stajan, retired, I think now. Matthew Benning, out of the league or playing somewhere else, not in with the Oilers. Dion Phaneuf, retired. Next one's a canvas. Ryan Spooner, no longer on there. Can we hit somebody that's still on the same team? Jake McCabe, nope, not there anymore. Vinny Trocheck, I think he switched to like 6 different teams since then. And Michael Backlund. Backlund's a different team too, right? I'm pretty sure that was an entire pack that was just different teams. So that just shows you there how much movement there is in the NHL between trades and free agency and retirements and everything else. Brian Little, Pecorine, Carl Hagelin, portraits of PK Subban, now hockey media personality, Pavillier, Shea Weber, was it Roussel? Yeah, and Troy Brower. So let me know if any of you guys, I'm assuming if in Canada, most of you probably watch World Juniors, but if you're not in Canada, if you're from somewhere else like the United States or overseas or wherever you are, let me know if you watch the World Juniors too. It's kind of, for Canadians, it's like a red path. Like you have to watch it. Like I have a thing with one of my best friends. Every Boxing Day, we always watch the game together every year. He's now got like 3 kids, everything else. We've been doing it for, I don't know, well over a decade. So Jared Spurgeon, Andy Green, Johnny T, back when he was at the Islanders. Derek Brassard, Christian Dvorak, Travis Zajac, and Kevin Hayes. That's 7/7 right there. NHL All-Star Kevin Hayes. So looking for last 2 young guns here. Philip Deneau, former Moncton Wildcat Philip Deneau. Boone Jenner, Sean Monahan, PK Subban, and it's a D-man. It's Columbus? Yeah, that's Columbus. Gabriel Carlson. It's not the craziest design of all time, but it's just okay. but still a classic. I like the foil on the Young Guns. I find that really pops well. And the quality control is like way better. Way better than what we're used to now. John Carlson, Austin Matthews, second year. Might be worth a buck or two. I know, I think like the second year McDavid's worth like $10. Matthews probably what, $5, right? Hey, at this point, it doesn't look like I'm getting the Tage Thompson, so may as well try to recoup every couple of dollars I can here out of all this. But Anthony Mantha, Brandon Sutter, Brent Seabrook, Lee Stepniak, and looks like probably our last Young Gun, unless we get a Young Guns canvas here. That's going to be Kings, Adrian Kempe? Nope. Johnny Brodzinski. So not the guy we're looking for. Adrian Kempe, I think, is underrated, but I was thinking maybe it might be Adrian Kempe. Kevin Fialek, Luke Glendening, and Nate. So looks like I got 4 packs left. Thank you guys all for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Channel I'm always trying to find different stuff. I do have some boxes of Metal Universe for hockey coming up on the channel, and whenever it gets released, I think it's like next week or something like that. So I will have that to open up. It's in 2 boxes. See what we do with that. We got Jonathan Quick. I find compared to a lot of years, this is kind of not as great for some of the photography. It's fine, but I just find some years are better. Strawman, Hamhuis, Kuznetsov, and Petro. Running out of luck here. Henrik Zetterberg, Mikko Rantanen, Vasilevsky. Probably still the best goalie in the league, right? I know we all try to appoint somebody else, but probably still him. We get Taylor Hall, the Shining Stars, Troy Stetcher, Max Domi with the beard, Riley Sheehan, and Cam Ward. Come on. I'm at the bottom of the box here. Can't get this last 2 packs out. There we go. It's not a bad UD game jersey though. That nice little 3-color patch. It's pretty good. How often do you find that nowadays? Be like in that sleeve area, right? Black, gold. It's pretty sweet. Colton Sevier, Blake Como, Tobias Reeder. Another, man, these are all, oh, this is a red though. This is going to be Henrik Zetterberg. So there's the parallel. Henrik Zetterberg. Color matching, right? Might be a dollar card. I guess you guys would see underneath. But, yeah, somebody might be interested in that. I know the reds are like the shorter print. So, Justin Braun, Derek Forbart, and Valtteri Filppula. Last pack. Once again, thank you all for watching. I appreciate every one of you guys that take your time out of your day to do this. Like I said, lots of things, other things. I just thought I was going to get a high box of, I don't know, something, right? Series 1, 2, whatever, extended from the last couple of years. And I was like, or mix it up a little bit. Go back in time a little bit and see how that goes. So, Joel Ward, Canvas. There we go. Talked about him earlier. Adrian Kempe. So get the 7th Young Gun. That's not bad. Adrian Kempe. I always thought he was pretty underrated. Him and Alex Tuch. Alex Tuch's kind of getting a little bit of his flowers nowadays. In a little better situation, obviously, where he's getting a little more playing time than he was on Vegas. I used to watch like Alex Tuch when he played on Vegas, and like as a Colorado Avalanche fan, like every time Alex Tuch touched the puck, I was like, holy, like this guy's flying. He's exciting. Everything going good for him. And then they would like catch him on the 3rd line. I was like, yeah, keep him on the 3rd line all day long. So, yeah, that's pretty, hey, we got 7 Young Guns. That's a win right there. Got Jake DeBrusk. Got a couple NHLers, Adrian Kempe, Vince Dunn, Brodzinski, Mete. It's not the craziest box of all time, but not the worst of all time either. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And for Eric from the bench, we'll talk to you guys.